Hello everybody, welcome to this week's Widsom Wednesday. My name is Kristen Gear. I am the Director of Operations for BNI Arizona, and each week I come to you providing a weekly education nugget called Widsom Wednesday that counts as one chapter education for watching. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to this week's edition. And we are almost on January. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. This year is already just flying by. Today I wanted to continue our series of some of the brand new education modules that we have created for this year. And I started a couple weeks ago, but one of the tips that we wanted to help everyone with, and one of the topics, was all about public speaking. We either love it, we hate it, it's one of our biggest fears. Like, there's so many emotions that go into public speaking. And so we wanted to give you guys some tips on how to make things better, make you feel better, improve on public speaking, all of those amazing things. But before I get into the topic, this week has been amazing, visiting so many different chapters. We also have a brand new chapter added into the mix. On Friday, we officially launched our 88th chapter, BNI The Standard, out in Avondale. So the West Valley is continuing to grow, which is really, really exciting. So we have a really big goal for BNI Arizona to launch a lot of amazing chapters over this next year, which bonus for all of our active members, because that just means more amazing people, more amazing relationships, more connections, more referrals, you name it, it's coming your way, guys. So really excited about that. Today we delivered the award for the food drive competition to BNI Built More Power. So congratulations again, Built More Power, for winning the traveling trophy. So next year we will do some more planning, guys, as far as getting more chapters involved with the food drive. It's such an amazing thing that our chapters are doing to really help the community around the valley. So thank you to all the chapters that participated in that. We definitely look forward to having a bigger presence next year for next year's food drive. So thank you. All right, so public speaking. So tip number 2 on public speaking is all about eye contact. So one of the biggest things is that we want to speak to people and not just a room. So when we're focusing on different people as far as our public speaking, that'll actually help us feel a little bit more comfortable than really staring at the big room full of people, right? So making eye contact and making sure that we're talking to the people. Move your eyes around. If you're reading off of a sheet for your presentation, that's totally fine, but look up every so often and connect with the people that are in the room when you're giving your presentation, because we have our weekly presentations, right? So we've got those 30 to 60 second weekly presentations that we have the opportunity to educate the room. So that's one opportunity to practice your public speaking every single week. And then members get the opportunity to give the feature presentation, which is definitely a longer time frame when it comes to presenting about your business. So we really want to make sure that we are connecting with the people. Speak to the people, not the room. Now, one of the other pieces to that is, as we're speaking and we're giving our presentations, we need to make sure that everyone in the room can hear us as well. There's been a few times in different chapter visits. I probably visit like 6 to 7 meetings a week, and there are times where I can't hear what someone is saying because they aren't projecting their voice or they're not talking to people. But more specifically, people that are on the other side of the room. So if you're having a conversation, now you don't have to yell the information, but we need to make sure that everyone can distinctly hear what we're having to say, because those weekly presentations especially, that's the opportunity to where we get to educate, right? We get to educate the room a little bit about your business each and every week, so that way we can better sell you. Now, if we can't hear you in that education, then you may notice that it's less referrals coming your way because people just can't hear what your asks are. So I would practice at your next event to really project your voice and talk to people in the room, and more specifically, people that are on the other side of the room, so you can make sure that they are hearing what you're saying, because then you're going to notice that you'll get more connections, more referrals, more thank you for closed business, because that's why we're all in BNI, right? To grow our business. So we need to make sure that people are hearing us. But we also, in those weekly presentations, we want to be as specific as possible in our ask. We don't want to be too broad to where we're not thinking of someone specific to send to you as the perfect referral. So now that we are in the new year, start to come up with some new weekly presentations. There are times where I've visited different chapters and the same members said the same thing every single time that I visit. So you want to mix it up a little bit too. So change up your weekly presentation. If you're unsure how to mix it up and change up the information, I would start making a list of different products, services, different stories of as far as testimonials that either members or customers, clients have given about your business. I would put the information into ChatGPT. How many of you have used ChatGPT to create your weekly presentation? I know I've used it to create some ideas, right? So utilize that platform. You can specifically tell it to create a weekly presentation that is a certain length of time, also on a specific topic. And so you can mold it all for that specifically for you. So utilize resources to come up with different weekly presentations. You can even ask it to come up with a certain number of weekly presentations. So that way you can literally plan out your whole year within minutes, just giving details into ChatGPT to create those weekly presentations. So that way you can always keep it fun. You can even tell it to put in a little bit of humor and, of course, professional humor, guys. Gotta keep professional. But you can have it incorporate your own personality. So if you like to have fun in your weekly presentations, you can have it create some really fun presentations. So 2026, your challenge for this year, guys, is to create some more unique weekly presentations that are very, very specific in your ask, so that way all your members, one, are learning more about your business over this next year, which will in turn, again, it's going to equal more referrals, more closed business, everything coming your way. You want to take that weekly presentation notch to the next level. Let's create some fun with this, because I think that it really will change the entire game as far as the whole BNI Arizona thank you for closed business, because we are being more strategic in our ask. If you find that you are just saying the same thing every week, or can't figure out what to say or what topics to say about your business, use some of the resources that are available out there. So again, ChatGPT is amazing. It is very, very knowledgeable about BNI. I would say that 99% of the stuff that I research in ChatGPT is correct. So get creative this year and start to really get your message out there about your business. Come up with some weekly presentations about some really big fish referrals for you this week. Again, being as specific as possible, even naming the name, the role, everything that you need to connect with within a certain business to make the connection. Because we don't want to keep hunting for individual referrals, guys, right? So we don't want to just ask for one specific person, but if we can connect each other with more referral partners and referral sources, that is going to get more resources to send ongoing referrals to each other. So again, let's get creative. And as you give these creative weekly presentations, practice making eye contact and projecting your voice to those members on the other side of the room. So that way everyone can hear you, understand you, and you'll notice that a lot more activity is going to come your way. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to this week's Wisdom Wednesday. And as always, go log one chapter education unit for watching, because it's not going to log itself, guys. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you next week.